Thank you very much, Rabbi Sarah, for inviting me to join such an illustrious past, the heroes of illustrious past, and of the people, so many people, as you said, who are here today. Whoops. I will try to discharge my role here in the 3 to 5 minutes allotted to me. After all, like me, you have come to hear from the women of the hour, or the women of the century, and to celebrate with them. So I won't burden you with trying to explain how a graduate of Beis Yaakov came to be invited to give a charge to 7 remarkable women who have been ordained into the Orthodox rabbinate, except to say that it is a story of the tremendous growth of Torah learning for women over the past century. As a Beis Yaakov girl, I have to say that we owe a great debt of gratitude to an extraordinarily courageous Hasidic woman named Sarah Schneer, who in 1918 created a revolution in public Torah education for women. It is a fascinating story that has grown by the continued courage of so many other men and women through all kinds of twists and turns and in a multitude of different ways, and has brought us this evening in 2018 to your graduation. I know that you are aware, my dear fellow students, I know that you are aware, and teachers, I know that you are aware that there are challenges ahead of you, as I was when I started my Maharat. I'd like to suggest that we were brought together at Maharat, not by accident, but in order to offer each other hope and inspiration in our mutual pioneering efforts. As Rabbi Tarfon says in the second parak of Pirkei Avot, Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, v'lo ata ben chorin libatel mimena. What better gift can one receive than to find one's work has borne fruit and will continue to flourish by your efforts. In fact, next year, if I may say, one of your fellow classmates, Tali Shalm, who was a former student of Mayanot, will, Be'ezrat Hashem, also be receiving her education here, her ordination here. I hope that my presence at Mayanot will be Ezrat. I hope that my presence at Mayanot, at Maharat, has indeed, in some small way, inspired you, as your often embarrassing words of appreciation have inspired me. I don't know if you can fully understand how much has changed for women's inclusion in Torah studies and Torah life, even since the 1990s. I hope that I've given you hope and encouragement to continue your battle for Torah, Milchamta shel Torah, not only for Jewish women, but for the entire Jewish community. One of the most challenging efforts in every high school is to inspire teenagers in tefillah. And that is especially true for girls, who have few ways to play an active role. But don't we all struggle for authentic and consistent kavanah in our tefillah? It is no wonder that we are challenged by the awe and reverence of standing in the presence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rabbi Ezra Bick, in his VBM course on tefillah, explains the strange intrusion of the Kedusha of the angels in the midst of the introductory blessing to Kriyat Shema and the Amidah, whose theme is actually gratitude to Hashem for his goodness in creating our world anew each day. He cites a midrash that posits that similarly, Bashamayim, in heaven, God creates anew each day angels to pray in his holy presence. Why? As a lesson for us on how ideally we should strive before him in prayer, to stand in prayer, to emulate the Kedusha of the Malachim, who literally stand in his presence, is a most difficult challenge for us mortals. But I'd like to suggest, based on an insight from our Israeli shul rabbi, Rav Benny Blau, that there is a more accessible message inherent in the description of the relationship between those angels as they prepare to proclaim Kedusha as we do together. וכולם מקבלים עליהם עול מלכות שמיים זה מזה, ונותנים רשות זה לזה, ובאהבה רשות זה לזה, להקדיש ליוצרם בנחת רוח, בשפה ברורה ונעימה, קדושה, כולם כאחד עונים ואומרים ביראה, קדוש, 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 Hashem tzvaot, malei kol haaretz kvodo. In other words, standing in the presence of God, whether alone or together with other Jews, requires not only an awareness of being in his holy presence, but a concomitant awareness of and respect for all who, like us, were created b'tselem Elokim, in his image. My dear teachers, fellow students, and all of you who have become my very dear friends, I am grateful to have been welcomed so graciously into your midst, into your Gemara classes, and have learned much from who you are and what you stand for. I have watched you in admiration as you stood in the presence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I have been humbled by your intellect and your passionate commitment to rigorous Torah study and to the minutiae of halakha that can sometimes be very challenging for us as women. I have been profoundly moved by your instinctive concern for all people, in your fierce dedication to social justice. I have been inspired by your interaction with one another, the respect, the care, the support that you offer each other in crises as well as in joyous occasions, and so much else in between. I've loved your playfulness, your humor, and even your kvetching in the lighter moments. I've enjoyed your newsletter. I've enjoyed reading your newsletter called Maharat every day, and your never-ending messages on WhatsApp. Although, I must confess, I don't always understand your cultural references. And that often makes me feel quite ancient. Those qualities, together with the excellent Torah preparation you have received in Halakha, Gemara, Agadah, Chassidut, and as well as from an outstanding pastoral counseling program from devoted faculty who stand behind you always, you are very well positioned to become great Torah leaders. I look forward to taking great pride in hearing of your many, many accomplishments as you continue to contribute to Jewish life and to the Jewish community in the years to come. Chelchen LeTorah. At this time, I have the honor to call upon our esteemed Masmichim, our esteemed rabbis, to begin this year's 6th annual Semikha ceremony.